Well, good day, tubes. How's she hanging? So I got this package in my mailbox this morning. I kind of hopefully think it's my camera that I ordered, the one that we're shooting on now. The HDR, oh crap, I forget what it is already. HDR PJ380. I've had two of them, and they were really good cameras. Except I welded with them when I shouldn't have, and welding with them when I shouldn't have. So it ends up getting little speckles and ghosty things on the thingy there. So that's what it looks like. What it is. That's good. It showed up a lot faster. Oh, see, that's got me a little worried here now. Like, this was supposed to be new in box. Never used, still factory sealed. Well, that's definitely been opened, so now I'm like, yeah. So that's got me a little concerned. For as much as I paid for it, it better be freaking not new. Now, one way you'll be able to tell is, you know, that's not even rolled up, so I'm a little disappointed. And it's got one little scratchy there, so when he's they've used it. It was not new. So people advertise this crap. Oh yeah, it's brand new. Yeah. If it was brand new, stuff wouldn't be like this. It'd be nicely all rolled. Kind of more like this. So obviously they had a cord. It'd be more like this. So I'm a little disappointed with that. And for sure the battery would not have come on it like that. I mean, it looks pretty good. The battery's not even in. Oh my god. Come on, people. Holy jeez, if you're gonna sell something, at least make it say it's new. There's fingerprints all over the thing. Wow. Well, I gotta get a fresher battery for it here. This one's not charged, I guess, or something, so let me grab another one. So I'm a little disappointed with that, but it doesn't look too bad on visual on the outside, but it's definitely not brand new like it was claimed as brand new. So let's fire it up here. It turns on. Now I just want to mostly look at the lens here too to make sure, you know, that hasn't got cracks in it or something. Or so they're looking pretty good. Yeah, no marks or dings or scratches or anything, so that's good. Oh, come on, light. There. So that's good. I'm happy with that anyway, so it'd probably be fine. Now I can tell too, just by this. And mine, it's like a lot more floppier, if you know what I mean. Like this feels crisper. So that's a good thing. So we'll do the setup here, maybe English, sure, time zone. Let's do the daylight savings. I don't really care about the date stuff too much, but February 21st, 2013, no. And it is currently 9:04. Doesn't really make a huge difference setting stuff up like that, but okay. So I'm gonna have to go through all the settings and stuff too here, and I'll have to do all this after all the image stuff. Record mode, we want 60p. Okay. Anyways, I'll get this all set up, and then we will try shooting with this the rest of the day. And I'll just swap the card Dewey here, and then off we go. Alright, so we are on the new camera now. I just in case, I downloaded those few opening the box video there. just in case something screwed up. So, well, there we go. New camera. Well, supposed to be new, but definitely been opened and used. So, anyways, that's what you get sometimes on the old eBay stuff. So, anyways, I need to go over to my stepdad's, visit with him. He's needing a little help with a little project. Ooh, shake, shake, shake your boobies. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, a little project he's working on there. G'day, by the way. How's she hanging? Pretty good here and stuff. So hopefully the new camera's all good. Hope so. But anyways, yeah, so he's been, you know, with his illness there, he hasn't worked on it too much, but he's better back at stuff now. Wouldn't even know it, that he was sick. So, but anyways, I don't know if he's going to want me to film or not. He's got a little project he's been working on for about a year now, and he sort of got back to it, needs a little help with it. So, we're going to go over and have a look and see, and I'll ask him if it's okay, and maybe he can give you a little update himself. I don't know, we'll see. We'll go from there. So. But anyways, we're gonna head over and here we go. Alright, so unfortunately I asked him if it's okay if we filmed what we were doing there today, and he says no, he doesn't want his shop area filmed where he does his work and stuff, so people, you know, people meaning you guys, sorry, would see his shop and his tools and equipment and stuff. He doesn't want that publicly known, I guess, so that's fine, but I totally understand that. But anyways, so I can tell you what he's building. He's building a little miniature, I can't remember what scale it was, hay press, a case hay press. And what that is quite a system and some long rails of stuff all put together and some big gears and stuff. And basically what happens is there's like a big square piston in this thing that goes back and forth, and it's timed on these great big gears, and there's what they call a plungery thing. I think that was that the plunger or the thing on the top you put the hay in or the straw in, and it pushes it down like this into the chamber, and then the piston comes up and shoves it, and you start building the thing up with that, and then you put these little boards in, and that's basically the end of your bale. And so you keep stuffing stuff in, and then you put another board in, and then when it goes down tight, you put wires around it and tighten the wires down, and then it kind of progressively pushes through, and then it pushes that bale out at the end. He's building, I can't remember what scale it is, one of those. It's pretty sweet, but like I honored, you know, his wish not to film there, so we didn't film there. So anyways, I'm pretty sure he'll be fine with it when he's got it all done and he's, you know, testing it and stuff. But this it's pretty big. It's probably maybe 5 and a bit feet longish, but it's only maybe 6 by maybe 6 or 7, and you know, so the bale's only going to be probably like why well, it's a scale bale, right? Scale. So so we worked, what did we do today? The inside chamber is flat steel where the plunger thing goes back and forth, and you can't really put a bolt head in there because that thing will snag on it, right? So what we do is we had these little rivets, and they're a countersunk rivet and a solid rivet. So I was pushing the rivets through and then holding it with this big block of steel, and he was on the other side with the air gun mushing the rivet together. So that's basically holds these steel plates onto these rails, which is like the main system. I'll maybe see if I can find a video so you get a bit more of an idea of what I'm trying to tell you here inside on the computer. But yeah, he didn't want filming, so I totally understand that. But anyways, so we're back, and we'll head it over to, it's raining, of course. See the raining. I wanted to work on my trailer today, and I'm gonna have to get it outside. Unfortunately, I can't do that inside. It's not going to be enough room for for all the swinging and, you know, getting up in the air. The only thing I can do maybe today is I wanted to also repack, clean out the axles, repack the bearings. Now this is an axle, of course, before they come out with the Easy Lube axles, which everything else has now. So I was gonna do that today, but now it's freaking raining, so yeah, not gonna happen. So let's put that down. Let's get in here and turn on some lights. So yes, we are on the new camera, so hopefully it's good. Hopefully the sound's good. I see one little spot on the front ring here. It looks like it fell or dropped or something. It's got some dings out of it, so it's not new. But anyways, that's alright. It should still be fine. Not that I'm really complaining, but you can't really post something brand new, sealed in package, and then it shows up and it's all ripped open and tore open and someone's already played with it. That's kind of annoying. So, but anyways, it should be fine. So let's get the computer down here and I'll see if I can find you a little bit on this hay press stuff here. Hay press. Hang on, I gotta get it all set up here. Okay, so it's not a tremendous video. We got light here. So you can see him set that thing comes way up and then he throws a bunch in. So that's squashing it down. Now this, when that thing goes up, the plunger goes forward inside internally and squashes it all together. So it's just a repetitive, you know, repetitive thing. So he's building one that kind of sits on the top of a table. Like it's only like 5 feet long. It's a very messy job, but so slowly but surely it gets all squished together. I wish they'd show the plunger inside a little better, but they don't. It's getting squashed together and you get bales at the end, right? So these guys are loosening it a little bit now so the bale will come through. And they're tightening on the wires now. It's gonna be a freaking pretty long bale, this one. So that's what he's been building. He's hopefully going to run it off one of his little hit-and-miss engines. He's got a couple. Well, he's only got one, I guess, now. A little wee tiny 3/4 horse hit-and-miss engine. So should hopefully run it. Let's see if I can find something else too that's a little more into it. This is actually really close here. This is really close to what he's building, actually. Extraordinarily close, except this is a John Deere. So you can see that thing pushes it in, and then there's a plunger there. You can see now it's pulling back. Now it's, you know, shoving it forward, but you can see it push. You know, and eventually there's those little boards I was talking about, and then he'll tie strings around there. You see the strings around that bale there, so yeah, it's not a very long video. Or did I think screw up? Oh, come on, really? But anyways, that's the general idea. He's running this off an electric motor, which is, it's alright, but you know, to hear that hit and miss going, that'd be like the ideal thing, right? So, let's see if we can get this going again here. Stupid internet. Oh yeah, the thing needs reset here. It's all, but anyways, that's the general idea of her. Anyways, while that's resetting the internet there, look at that tomorrow, 13 degrees. 13! It's February 23rd tomorrow, I think. So, for holy crap, that's awesome. So, we might do trailer tomorrow. Maybe. Because I got to get it outside. It's supposed to be 30% rain too, so that's good. But today does not look kind of too good for doing stuff like that. So, we're not going to do it today. If we go to weather radar. Oh, stupid light. Yeah, that blue dot's us. So there's some wet coming, so I better not get it all outside today and start doing that. So that kind of sucks. But anyways, that sucks. So let's see here. We got to reset. I wanted to see him. Okay, so see this thing here. He's got a block, one of these. And when he gets the bale long enough, he'll flip this up. This thing will push that down. and it goes in behind these locker things, and it holds that bale that tight. So then he gets out far enough, he wraps the strings or whatever around it, and away you go. So there's all the bales he's made here. That's kind of cool, eh? It's just a miniature scale of like a full-size normal bale. Right there he goes. Gonna, well, bam, lock that in, and then it locks together. And that one's ready to get tied there now. He's gonna shove more, looks like, into it right now. But. So basically, they just kind of puke out the end. Let's get it bigger here. They just kind of puke out the end as a bale. Looks like this guy's bought one here. He's just hanging on to it.
How many bales have you made this weekend, Gene?
How many did I make?
Yeah.
I've made about 20, 30. I get about 20 bales out of a big bale.
20 little bales out of a big bale.
My second big bale. So
holy cow.
40 bales this weekend.
40 bales he's made there. That's pretty sweet. It'd be nice to see him, you know, hit and miss on the back instead of just an electric motor. I mean, that's fine. But, yeah. So he's pretty much got, my stepdad here, he's pretty much got everything the way it is, kind of, you sort of see it here. We were today, so these look like screws, maybe it's hard to sort of see here, but down along this rail here, we were doing the rivets into that. So he was on this side with the gun, I was on the inside holding this big hunk of steel just so it had something to hit against, right? So that's what we were doing today. He's like, I can't do that myself, I need help. I'm like, yeah, sure, come over. So that's what we were doing. Pretty sweet little thing though. You can see now how much this one's pushed out. That's the one he just drove in there, so... Oh crap, video's over. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. And there's another little case here. Actually, this might be...
Okay.
A little bit closer, a little different though. But same kind of sort of idea. Now they're running this off a hit and miss. That's pretty cool. That's what he's building. So you can see that plunger thing here. Goes in and squashes it down. It's all timing too, eh? With with all the gears and stuff. Pretty sweet. Oh, there we go. Shove the block in, and then it'll push it out and lock it. There we go. They're just, I don't know if they're tying those really, but. Oh yeah, I just got some wire or something there. Sweet. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't know if his is going to be that high off the ground though. It's fairly close. Oh, so that block just fell out, so that'll be the next one to go in. So you could basically make these bales as long as you want, you know, within reason, or kind of as short as you want if you just want a little square.
Say it's coming out the back. We're gonna start doing our first bale's gonna come out.
So he wants to tighten those wires down when it squashes it together real tight. Then you get a nice tight bale.
Running it with a 6-horse Bamford.
Sweet. 6 horse, that's a lot of power for that. Neat. Maybe I could get one of my machines going here and run it for him. Yeah, anyways, that's what he's been working on, but then he had his stroke problems there with all that, and he's pretty much right back to where he was before the stroke, so that's pretty freaking amazing, you know. Said he has still got a little bit like tingly down his left side a little bit, but he's like, the doctor said, oh, that should come back within a year, should be good again. So I'm like, holy cow, you're so freaking lucky. There's a lot of people that had a lot less problems and have died from it, so he's amazing. So but anyways, yeah, that's a pretty cool little project. I think he said he was going to do it that case orange too, so, or that case orange or whatever, he says orange of some sort, so it's pretty close to the John Deere, or not John Deere orange, yeah, the Kubota orange, really. So probably got enough here to paint that thing for him, but he's doing her pretty much all himself. So he's had a few little parts and pieces at where he got his plans from that he ordered the pieces from. So, but it should be pretty cool when it's done. You know, just have to find him some straw or something somewhere, and then we can make some little mini bales. But he's hoping for having it ready, hopefully for there's a yearly show they do it at TSC in May. I think it is, yeah. So hopefully he's got her ready for then. So I'll probably have Boris out to that show and stuff, and maybe throw that on the trailer and take it out, show that. He's had that there for like every year, so we'll probably do that again. But anyways, what else are we going to do today? I don't know, I wanted to do the trailer, but I guess that may not happen. But anyways, back to the trailer. Trying to remember, I had to do one side needed greasing again, the bearings way back. It's probably definitely due again. And I got seals, but I only used the one, so I still have one new seal. Now with these ones, unfortunately, to get the rear side bearing out, you kind of have to wreck the seal. There's no real easy way to get these things out and keep them round. So I might have to go see if I can get another set of these. And exactly where, I don't know, but see, it says green trailer. So I still got the little original thingy here too, so that might help. But I can't exactly remember where I got these originally from, but there's a place up north of me here that actually is pretty good for seals and bearings and stuff like that. Man, it's that in this package, but it's kind of dirty. So, but that's the one I need. There's a number on it there, TCM 171255VB. And I don't see that same number on there, but pretty sure that's the seal for it anyways. It's been in this package, so could probably go to the auto parts place just across from me here, or maybe up to the place north of me here. Maybe see if I can get a couple of seals. That's basically just a dust seal and kind of helps keep the grease from coming out of your axle hubs there. So I kind of wouldn't mind maybe doing them too, even though it doesn't have a lot of, I guess we'll call it highway miles to it. It's just got mostly around here, right? It's never really been on the highway until, well, the only part it's been on the highway was I guess when they delivered it. That's the fastest it's ever gone. It's only ever been towed behind my little tractor, so they're probably fine. But while I kind of got things maybe apart there, I'll probably do them. I'll probably put the springs on first. I got the springs, I think, over here somewhere still. Or did I put them away? Oh, they're on my welder here. So these are the new springs I got for it. Oh, goodness, they're heavy. Ow! Sorry. So those are the new springs. They got one extra leaf in it. The other ones are just a 1, 2, 3, and then that's sort of it. This has the extra one, so I don't know how much this is really going to make a difference, but you know, they've had a lot of over the years, so it's probably not a bad idea to replace them regardless. And hopefully, I'm going to go out and look. Hopefully, let's grab a light too. Hopefully everything comes apart decently-ish. Maybe I'll grab a can of spray and we'll just kind of spray stuff as well. Oh, I walked in. Oh, it's dark out here. Oh, it's scary. Scary and dark. Oh yeah, she's raining now. So, if I can get myself around here. Oh, scary and dark. We'll put you on the tripod and then I won't lose you. So let's put you on the tripod here. There's something like that. Maybe I'll open the door too. That's a little better. And so what I wanted to do is Okay, maybe I'll take it off the tripod. Hang on. So what I want to do is, actually, you know, I could put the tripod down. Put these over here, maybe. Actually, how's that look? Yeah. That might work. So what I want to do, because I have to get these springs off. These are pretty corroded looking. So we're gonna maybe douse them in some stuff today here. Douse them in some stuff. And I got new U-bolts, I think, too, if I remember right. That's soaking in and stuff. It's probably not going to do a whole lot, but this Move It stuff I'm using though, it's really good. It's really good stuff. It actually sort of like helps dissolve rust. So it actually, if you got something rusty, put some of that on her. Now, I think it was this side. I've already replaced once, but it's only got a 3-springer. So hopefully she's all good. That's probably good. And tomorrow, it's not supposed to be raining, it's supposed to be nicer, so we'll let this stuff kind of soak in. Look at it. That was too bright for it here. Let me turn there. That's actually better there. It's like really gooey stuff, but it soaks in real nice. So I got down on the plate there too. Hopefully it should be all good. And let's go back to the back here now. I'll leave that open for a minute maybe. So this stuff, I can just get it at like TSC sells it or stuff, you know, but it's really good. Penetrating, high performance penetrating lubricant. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. So, somewhere in this jumble, I picked up some extra U-bolts just in case I wrecked threads on them or something. I know I've got those. And I did get some more of these for the case those come off, not nice, for going through the springs, just in case, because sometimes these are pretty fine threads and you can twist them off of them things pretty darn easy. So we'll keep some spares of those just in case. So it probably will come apart fine. I know the far side closer to the wall will be fine probably, but this side I think is still all original. Maybe it'll surprise me, I don't know. Sometimes, you know, I have to get these bolts right out, so they're gonna have to come out. They have like this spline. I don't know if you can see that with the glare. There's a spline on them. Let's open it up. Come with nuts too, which is pretty sweet. There's a little spline on these things, and they actually hammer into the side of those little plate thingies that are supposed to move, shackly plate thingies, and then you just bolt them together. So hopefully that is all good, and I don't need them, but I figured I better grab a set of these. I got these, I think, when I got the spring. So, and I hope those are the right U-bolts, because nowhere around town really sells those. For trailer stuff, but but hopefully we, like I say, hopefully we don't need them. But I don't know if I'll get to doing bearings tomorrow too, because I basically have to take it all apart, kind of like what I did with the other orange trailer we just built here, and but I have to get the bearings right out, clean out the hubs, might even have to fire up the old parts washer, maybe. I've had that going for about 5 or 6 years. I don't even know if there's any stuff left in it. It might have all evaporated by now, but it's just basically, you can get the stuff for it, and it's actually the parts cleaner stuff, but it's like so friggin' expensive. And to me, it smells and works just the same as paint thinner. So I think it's the same thing, so, or pretty darn close. But anyways, I'm gonna have to find seals, because I gotta tear out that seal to get the other rear bearing out. And hopefully they're in good shape still, and they just need cleaned up, repacked, and then put back in. But here's my seal ripper, nose picker, seal ripper thing. So that goes in, well, let's get that seal back out here again. I'll give you a rough demonstration of what happens and why it kind of wrecks it. You probably could get them out without wrecking them, but you know what, you might as well just put a new seal into it. So they're smashed into the axle stub thing, like that. So they're in there tight. You got to kind of take a socket and then hammer them back in. So you have to get this thing in here and then just kind of rip at it, and then it'll pop out, but it usually deforms the side and this side, and it kind of wrecks the seal. So I'll have to see if I can get another set of these, and then I'll still keep this one in just for a spare in case it needs to come apart again. But geez, I think it's been over 10 years since I've done these repacking, so I will show you all that as well. And but we're gonna probably change springs first, so then I can get her up on like an axle stand then, and then take the hubs apart. And that I can probably do inside, because you don't need a pile of swinging room for that. But because I need to get something on it to lift it and support it as well, while it's the axle's kind of flopped off and not hooked to any springs, right? So that's sort of the way it's got to kind of work. But maybe we'll pop up and see if I can get... What time is it now anyways? Ooh. I'll maybe ask... Do I want to go up there? I think I got these at a place in town here. But like I say, that's like 10 years ago. They might still have stock of them. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this other place will. So maybe I'll ask my wife. Want to go to parts place. It's not in town, so it's going to take us a bit to get there and back. If she's home. I think she's home. I don't know. So yeah, there's a double hook on this thing for, I guess, different seals and stuff. So it's a fairly nice tool, that one, because if you don't have something to get in there and kind of pry, they're frickin' a nightmare to get out. So anyways, she's gonna tight back. Need parts. She's like, what for? Need parts. She should have figured that one out. Yeah. So, we'll maybe see what she says, and then we'll head up and see if we can find us some parts. Well, wife didn't want to come out and hang out with old Billstmaxx on a little journey, so go myself. That's alright though, she's got stuff she's doing at home, so. But anyways, we just got to head north a little bit, and we'll be there. Alright, I would kind of figure a trailer place would have seals. They better, anyways. They have some parts inside and stuff, you know. I'm sure they rebuild stuff for people here, so we'll give them a shot. If not, there is another place a little further up that does more like really weird sized bearings and things like that, eh? So that's actually where I bought both of my trailers from. My aluminum trailers, my single axle, kind of sort of like that one there, and then my big double axle was a used one. So, but let's go in and we'll see what they got. There we go, we're sealed. That's good. Should be all right. And actually, if I can remember right, this one's a little bit different. It's got more of a lip on the inside, where these ones are a little different, and they have that little spring in there. See that little spring? When you push that on your your axle, it actually keeps a little bit more tension than just the rubber itself, so that's probably a little more better, but a little when I see that. I should focus on that. China. But anyways, they should be fine. They're like a double lip seal, it feels like, too. Like there's one on there and then one on the inside, where this one I think is just one. Yeah, so that should be fine. So we'll throw that in there. I don't know if I got room for all of them in there. Probably not, but you get the general idea. So there we go. I had them. Sweet. Yeah, so I was going to go to the other place first. It's more like a little more auto partsy kind of place, where they have like some bearings and different weird things like that, you know, like sealed bearings and stuff and different weird things like that, but and seals and stuff and weird things, right? But he probably would have had them too, but these were like $5 a piece, so I'm like, you know what, that's fine. It should be fine. So, but anyways, so figured I'm like driving up here, I'm like, well, trailer place, a place that sells trailers, services trailers, pretty darn sure they're gonna have a seal. So sure enough they did, so we went that route. I need to get over here. So yeah, we went with that route, and good for tomorrow. So we'll I got lots of grease. I got a big tub of grease at home there, so I'm gonna pack these manually because I don't have an actual bearing packer tool. I kind of figure that they'd waste more grease than kind of, you know, just putting a blob in your hand and then just kind of squeezing it into it. I'll show you how I do that tomorrow. It works pretty good, and I wish it had the Easy Lube hubs on this axle. It doesn't. I guess I could change the axle, but it's not really worth changing it just for that. So but anyways, let's head her home, and that's probably going to be it for today. Okay, question for you guys that know about trucks and trailers and stuff, big trucks and trailers, transport trucks and trailers. What are these things on the backs of the doors? I see them on a lot of these trucks around here now, and it looks like they kind of fold up and around or something, but I don't actually know what they're for. There's like a great big huge like bracket devicey there to hold those things open. It must be something for the wind or something, but then wouldn't that be kind of a nuisance when they're like wanting to back into a loading dock or something? I don't know, it's like these flappy things. So you guys know, just leave a comment, let me know, because it seems kind of strange. I don't really understand. Well, it's raining all the way home. That sucks. This guy's flying right up behind me. We're in a 60 zone here. I'm still doing 80. Wow, dude. How about I just get over and let you speed past me in a 60 zone? But anyways, yeah, she's not going to be very good today for trailer work. So tomorrow, as long as it's dry-ish out and stuff, it's not supposed to be raining, so we'll go at her then maybe and do a spring replacement video, and then probably won't get it done the same day, but we'll do the bearing disassembly and cleaning and getting all the old grease out, and it's probably due, even though it hasn't had like fast highway miles put on it. It's had quite a bit of heavy loads and lower speeds driving, so it probably doesn't need done, but you know what, it's just a peace of mind for $8 in seals and about $4 maybe in grease and a little bit of time, and then you know she's all good, right? So I want to sometime do my other trailers too, my little single axle flat deck trailer and my tandem axle trailer. I want to do them as well. Look, they've both got the greasy hubs though, so the Easy Lube hubs, so it should be all right. And we just have to basically get them out and then get them jacked up and then pump some grease to her. I think I've got 7 or 8 tubes of the actual red trailer axle lube grease left, so the stuff I've got in the tub, I'll show you when we get back inside here what we're going to use tomorrow. Alright, so well hidden in here is my greasy tub. Ooh, geez. Ooh, geez. Ooh, geez. Greasy tub of all-purpose wheel grease and wheel bearing lubricant. And it's pretty grimy stuff, but works good. I'll give her a little bit of a stir up. It almost looks like it's sort of settled out a little bit there, so we'll have to get something in there stirring it maybe. Do that tomorrow. I'm already all greasy from it. Ugh. So that's good. We got new seals. We're ready for that. We've got mittens. And we've got these. Probably, hopefully not going to need them, but you never know. I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. If you know what I mean. That's an old saying. Rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. So, but anyways, there we go. I think from the other day that should be good and dry it out. Evaporated. Good. I still cannot believe the way this thing started. Holy crap. It's yeah, it looks pretty good. And I'll hang them back up behind the sandblast cabinet, I guess. There we go, nice wall hanger. Anywho, I guess that's about it for today. It's just one of those days. Quiet day, not much happening, raining outside, can't do anything out there. But tomorrow, hopefully she's all good. We'll be able to work on this trailer and get these springs mounted and on and stuff, and hopefully it should be super awesome. I was going to do a head mount GoPro again, but I think I'm just going to use the new camera guy here and set you up on a tripod or something while we're dismantling and tearing apart. I'll go from there. So, but I think that's it for today. I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit here. It's not too bad actually. Actually, I'll turn it down. It's supposed to be warmer, so it's not like I have to keep it really hot in here for the tractors overnight, right? So save a bit of propane, which is good, and stuff. So yes, had Boris out again the other day there. Just didn't seem to start and run too good the other day. I mentioned it to my stepdad there, and he's like, oh, that's weird. The only reason was when it was parked at his house, he had problems or something with the carburetor on it. It wasn't set right or something, and his door was up like this. And there's 2 marks from on his door. So I'm like, oh, those are from Boris, aren't they? He's like, yeah, I was having problems with the carburetor one day, and I guess I had her super loaded with fuel, and it finally fired, and it just boof, these 2 out the top. So it's running fairly good. There's a bit of carbony there, but that's really not too bad for a motor from 1952 running on an old carburetor. That's, I think, pretty good. So I would fire it up today, but I do have the battery off now. I did a little test the other day too there, and I took this plug out of here, which has that diode in it, and it still sparks down here, so something else is drawing a little bit of power. I wonder if it's this fuel pump he's got set up here. Let's just pull that guy off and see here now. Yeah, I still see some sparking. So somewhere's drawn a little bit. I don't exactly know where. I'm really not too super huge major concerned about it, because I've always got my little wrench with me. I can always just pop that guy off, or just put like a quick disconnect on or something, or whatever have you, you know. I'm not super huge major concerned about it. It's just if you left her at a show for a weekend or something, it might drain that battery down enough, it might not want to turn over, right? So that's just for fun. Give her a little crank over here. I don't think I really need to tighten it down too hard. Well, maybe I better. Landy Kid was over the other day. Some of you don't know Landy Kid, but Played a lot of games over the years with Landy Kidd. He's from the UK there. Hopefully soon to be living over here. Okay, we're in neutral. I'm sure of that. Actually, one of these days I'm going to show you guys, not one-to-one scale what happened, but how I got ran over by the old 2N we used to have. Oh. Turn the lights off. That should be good.
like that before. There we go. That's cold, so it's a weird start though, but I don't ever remember doing that before. Sounds awesome. So I don't know what happens if that's always running. Now it's not running. That's a little fuel pump. Not too sure what happens if that'll actually run out. It probably would. Yeah. Seems pretty happy there. That's like, I don't know, maybe 200-300 RPM going on there. It's kind of hard to get in there. Show you that, not very much. Not very much. 300 RPM, I think, 350 maybe there. Hardly anything coming out of there, really. Sweet. Well. Worked good today. Ooh, doesn't like the cold, that old Ooga horn. Well, shut her down. And we'll disconnect that guy again. I'm quite proud to be able to be the owner of this, and he didn't sell it to somebody else that probably would have stripped her and done their own thing with it, right? So I think he was kind of happy of that too. That kind of stayed in the family, right? Instead of someone else, like someone from the States would have scooped that up real fast and probably tore this engine off and put like a modern V8 into it like they've been doing. But it's kind of nice to see the somewhat vintage, we'll say, stuff, right? Vintage stuff. And who knows, maybe they would have kept her like that, but you know what, it'd be kind of sad to see her go to someone else's place that, you know, you had no idea where it was now or who it was or, or what, you know. So it'd be pretty nice, you know, if we want to go to a show or something, we'll just throw it onto our trailer here and off we go. And that'll work pretty good. So yeah, but what am I gonna do to it or with it to it? Probably nothing. I'm not I like the way he's got it now, and I always have, and I don't think I want to change anything there. So I'm just curious why what's a little curious to what's taking that power. I don't know. Something's getting the power going somewhere with it that's not maybe on with the key or something. Something that's got a little bit of juice going to it, and I don't know what it is. But like I say, doesn't really bother me too much. So. Okay, now we're good. So there we go. Good old Boris, eh? Good old Boris. But yeah, what exactly am I going to do with it? I don't know. Probably just keep it keep it the way she is, and take her to some shows and stuff maybe, or whatever. I just don't, he took it to a lot of shows, and you know what, there's a lot of people that wanted to climb up on top of it and stuff and sit on. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that so much. So you'd have to really know me well, I think, for me to kind of say, yeah, go on up there and have a seat, you know, because it's not something that you should let your kids be climbing all up and down, you know. So I might have to get some kind of I don't know, something to barricade or whatever, so they can't kind of climb through and up, you know, onto the seat. So I just don't really want people climbing all over it and slobbering all over it, and then, you know, what happens is the kid's sitting up there, well, mom's got to get right in beside to get a picture, and then the fenders get all dinged up with buttons and stuff off their pants and stupid things, right? And they don't care. Off they go with their picture and they're happy. But you know what, now you left me with a scratched up tractor, and it kind of ticks you off, right? So but yeah, so I'll have to figure out something. I also noticed the other day there that this was leaking a little bit out the PTO. You see a drop there. So there might be a seal in there too or something. I'm gonna have to maybe try to get out and or whatever, and maybe him and I can do that someday or something. Try to get a few more of the leaks stopped. There's a couple of leaks back here, I think, from underneath the plates that need to get looked at. I wouldn't kind of mind maybe changing the hydraulic fluid anyways. It's probably should be done. So one of these days in the summer maybe we'll do that, get her out and change her, put some new stuff in her, and away we go. Again, we're going. So funny, another little story. When we bought the 2N, which we don't have now, that's the one that ran me over. I'll tell you about that another day. When we bought it, the guy says to us, "Oh yeah, the whole thing's tight. It doesn't drip anything, doesn't leak anything. It's all good, you know." And the only reason he said that was because there was no fluid in it to drip out. It had already all dripped out. So we actually did tear that one down quite a bit. We had a little bit different setup for where the 3-point hitch arms attach on the tractor part, and it was leaking through there. There's a couple of seals there, or gaskets there that were leaking, and I think even around where like where the axle goes through into the inside of the tractor, the big housing there, big circle gasket there, it was all gone out the bottom too, so it all out there, you know. So we ended up redoing that. We tore all that stuff all off and pretty much had her stripped, and we didn't really paint or nothing on it, just kind of kept her the way it was. It wasn't too bad, I don't think, from what I remember. And we redid the gaskets and stuff, filled her back up, and it was good. Just it needed some gasket attention. So that one too, I think we also put a starter ring gear in it. It was grinding, I think, and the ring gear got a little bit chewed up. Now that goes around the flywheel, which you have to split the tractor to get apart. I think, yeah, we had to split the tractor, so that was fun. We did that. And ring gears are kind of fun because you get this great big thick huge flywheel, big chunk of steel on your table, and you got this little wee tiny little gear that goes around the outside with all the teeth on it, and you got to kind of, well, I think we to get it off we just cut it because they're actually a shrunk fit. So when you put the new one on, it's like, whoa, wow, this is never going to fit, but you just put it down like as if it's going to slide on, and then you take your torch and not like red hot, but heat it up as evenly as you can as you go around, and then all of a sudden, boink, it falls on. It's like, what the heck? That opened up like a 1/4 inch. So you get her into position, and then you just let it cool, and it shrinks back down onto the flywheel, and that's all it is that holds those on. It's pretty cool. It's just friction fit. But the funny thing was, I guess when we did it the first time, we didn't pay attention too close. And oh, I know, I'm just going to the house. I don't have my seatbelt on. We weren't paying quite attention too much, and there is an upside and a downside on those things, and we actually, you know, had a 50-50 chance of getting it right, and you always get the 50-50% wrong. So we got it wrong, so we had to do it again, but we ended up heating it again. And this is after we had her mostly all back together too. We figured out, oh crap, we put this on wrong. So it's like, ah crap. So we ended up taking most of it all apart again, getting the flywheel off again, and okay. And then we heated it all up, flipped it over, heated it up a bit more again, on the other, back on where it should have been, and then bang. Because there's teeth on it. It's kind of hard to explain without showing you, but there's teeth on it, but the one side has a little bit more of a bevel, and that's where the starter is supposed to engage into that. If you don't do it, it actually chews it up if you have it on the wrong way. So we got her, I think, before it got too chewed up, and we just redid her. So lots of fun. That's fun splitting tractors apart. Holy, not really much, but it was a little bit of an experience for me because I had never done that before. I kind of don't really want to do it again because it does kind of suck, but we did her. So now he still has the Jubilee. My stepdad still has the Jubilee tractor, and I don't know what he's done with it through this winter here, but I know it was in getting some of its 3-point hitch stuff looked at. It was something with the draft control or something wasn't right when he was plowing there, so he got that looked at, and I haven't heard since when or what's going on with it. So he still has a Jubilee. I don't know if he's going to keep it or not, or sell it again. I don't have room for another tractor unless I put up another container, which I don't really want to do that because we're getting enough stuff around here now that I don't have room for. So it's not going to probably happen. I like the Jubilee too, but you know, really I mean, I really don't need Boris for anything here. It's just a show tractor where this is kind of, he uses it for a bit of plowing in the fields and stuff, and maybe showing it too or something. It's in fairly good shape. So but other than that, that's all the tractors we got. So the 2N we sold. We did sell it, mainly because it ran me over, one of the things, and can't remember why, the main reason. I guess we're just not using it. We didn't have enough trailers then. You know, if we both wanted to plow, we could have. If like he had a trailer then, but I didn't have my big trailer. Now he doesn't have his big trailer, and I've got my big trailer. So it's like, so if we want to go for a plowing or something sometime, if someone offers a chunk of their field, well, we got to load my trailer with probably the Jubilee, and then off we go, right? So we just didn't have room, so we got rid of that 2N, and he was kind of wanting a Jubilee more than the 2N, I think, anyway. So so he's kept that. And then Boris, of course, is just show tractor. We'll say show tractor. So hopefully I can get her out to some shows this year. That'd be awesome. Maybe in a couple of parades or something. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We'll figure something out, I'm sure. Maybe do some GoProing of the parade, driving in the parade or something. That'd be kind of different. So that's not going to be, of course, until like next Christmas now. November-ish, early November-ish is when they have our parade here. So, but there's other stuff through the summer coming up. But a lot of these things, if you want to put a tractor or something in it, you have to be a member of their thing, and I'm not really a member of any of these clubs anymore around here. So like our fall fair here, if I wanted to take that tractor and put it in there, I'd have to be a member of the club, only because then you're covered under their insurance and stuff. And it's like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna get into that right now. That's my busy time of year, and I don't really have time to be out there doing that, you know. September is, well, what is that? September 1st is, you know, the start of September is when they go back to school. Well, holy crap, our fall fair is like Labor Day weekend before that. So that's my busy time. I'm starting to get ready to do leaves and stuff, and it's like, no, I'm sorry. I don't have time for that. So I'd have to just go out and drop it off, and I'd be worried, who's on climbing on it and stuff, and you know, no, I'm probably not going to end up doing that. But some of the parades around town, maybe, but you still got to be insured for that too, and it's a lot of... I loaned my trailer out last year to some friends of ours that did the parade for the hospital, and she's like, holy cow, this is such a freaking rigmarole, all this paperwork and crap. I'm like, yeah, I know it is. That's why I don't do it, because it sucks. So, you know, it's just like the paperwork you go through. Just pull your freaking float in a parade that you didn't even get paid for, that you had to pay all the stuff for it, and it's like, it's not worth it. So they've made it in town here, unfortunately, really crappy for the parade stuff. So, but that's why I kind of don't do it. But I don't know. We'll figure something out sometime or another. I'm sure we'll take it to some shows or something. But I like kind of going to look at the shows rather than being an exhibitor at the shows, right? I like going to these tractor shows and looking at stuff rather than really being there and having to stand with my stuff all the time. It kind of sucks because you don't get to see the show then. So that's generally what we do. But anyways, I'll probably figure something out. There's a couple of parades I might do. There's like a parade of lights. It's not quite so bad through town here. And it's actually the day before the actual Santa Claus parade here. So it's not quite so bad. The Santa Claus parade one is the one that's all the freaking paperwork and it's kind of stupid. So it's a lot of work. And then you have to put a fairly good float together too for the parade, or you don't want to look stupid, right? Some of them are like, "Whoa, you spent this afternoon on that, didn't you?" And others like, other floats are like, "Whoa, you've spent a couple of months on that, haven't you?" You can tell the difference, right? You can tell the ones for sure that were done that afternoon, a couple hours before the parade started, and some that were, you know, months in a garage that got put together over a lot of time. So. But anyways, that's it for today. I gotta get rocking here. We'll catch you all later tomorrow and stuff for hopefully some trailer spring work. We'll get that going. I'm gonna have to get that trailer going because I'm probably gonna need it soon, so I can't really spend her too much time apart. So we'll have to get her back together and off we go. So anyways, I think we got everything we need for that. I believe so. Some extra pieces just in case. And then we'll do all the axles. Bearings and stuff should come apart pretty good, I think, and we'll get them apart and then clean them out, see how bad the grease is inside. I might be able to just towel it all out, or I might have to get it right in the parts cleaner there. If I've got some stuff in it still, I might have to get some more juice for it too, because it's been a good, it's got to be 5 years since I've opened that lid on that thing, so at least just don't clean much stuff, so I don't use it much, right? So I don't have many part things like that to clean. So but we'll do what we can with what we got, and we'll get at her tomorrow. So anyways, thanks again for watching. Have a good day, and we'll catch you hopefully tomorrow.